Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Dave Golokhov, and today we're going to be taking a look at the NFC East and which team has the shot at winning the Super Bowl. How you doing today, Dave?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right, man. All right, let's start by talking about the Cowboys. Now, the steam that they had at the beginning of the season just dwindled down, and in my opinion, man, I think that they've been riding DeMarco Murray a little too much. I think that might hurt them later in the playoffs if they do make it. But why do you think that they don't have enough to actually win the Super Bowl, man?
Well, you take a look at Dallas. I mean, this is a team that typically fades at this point in the season. December is not a good month for the Cowboys, not only for the team themselves, but Tony Romo, the quarterback, too. So this team is a team that typically fades as we get closer to the finish line, and that's what we've seen from them so far this season. Started out 6-1, but have been fading ever since. And to me, that's the big concern. Yeah, they're coming off a win against the Chicago Bears, but before that, getting absolutely shellacked at home by the Philadelphia Eagles. That was a huge loss for them because knocks them out of the playoffs right now. They don't have the tiebreaker with the Eagles. They have to go to Philadelphia and somehow win that game. Unless they do that, I don't see this team making the playoffs. And even if they somehow squeak into the playoffs, I really, just because of this performance over the last month or two, I really don't have a lot of faith in this team in terms of going deep into the playoffs.
All right, now the Eagles, they just lost at home against the Seahawks and put their record at 9-4. And their next game, as you alluded to, is against the Cowboys, who they already beat on Thanksgiving Day at Jerryland. Now, after that match, I think they have a pretty easy schedule remaining with only the Redskins and the Giants up. But you don't think that they can make it to the Super Bowl either, man. Why is that? Why is that?
Yeah, so if we're looking at Super Bowl bets, I'm not a big buyer of the Eagles. You just take a look at how this team is constructed. They don't run the ball consistently with LaShawn McCoy, and they lead the league in turnovers. I mean, do you really think a team that can't run the ball very well or consistently and turns it over more than anybody else in the NFL is going to win the Super Bowl? I don't think so. So you take a look at those two factors, then you factor in Mark Sanchez. Yeah, he's played well, but he's still a backup, maybe an above average backup, maybe a borderline starter, and some people might say, but he's not a Super Bowl type quarterback. I can't see Sanchez going into Lambeau Field, going into Seattle, going, wherever he might have to go in the playoffs and winning multiple games. So when you're taking a look at Eagles futures, I think I'll pass.
All right, so either out of these two guys, who do you believe that will make the playoffs?
I think the Eagles make the playoffs just because they won in Dallas earlier, and they're going to host Dallas this week. Beyond that, though, the Eagles have the easier schedule, too. So even if they lose this week, I think they have 2 winnable games left, whereas Dallas, who hasn't played particularly well at home this year, still has to host Indianapolis and go to Washington. I think they probably win against Washington, but that game against Indy really gives the edge to the Eagles in terms of their ease of schedule. So I think that based on the fact that the Eagles are hosting the game this week and that they have the easier schedule after that, I like Philadelphia to make the playoffs out of the NFC East.
All right, who would have thought we would have seen Mark Sanchez back in this spot again, man? All right, Dave, as always, a pleasure talking football with you, and let's do this again next week, man.
All right.
Take care, man. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.